Hello, my dears. I know it's been so long since I've come online. I've been ill. I'm the healer and I've been ill. That was a real wake-up call for me. I actually had an implant put in to my mouth that was infected, and we had to take the implant out, and the infection went like into my jaw and started in this little node that felt like the size of a BB, and then within a week it was the size of a walnut. Really, really scary. I was on antibiotics for 4 weeks, 5 different kinds of antibiotics. I do not recommend that to anyone. Um, but finally, after seeing a number of specialists and getting some procedures done that weren't exactly relaxing, thankfully, under doctor care and a lot of rest, I avoided the Grim Reaper this time, but it was a wake-up call in the sense that think, we take our health for granted. And I do. I think of myself as very, high energy, vitality, a lot of vitality. And when something like this happens, we realize how delicate we really are. What I wanted to share with you today is what is the support that we have when something like this happens? What kind of real grounding and real support do we allow or give permission for, instead of going into, a habit, a pattern, an early childhood pattern maybe, of not feeling safe or not feeling supported? There's something actually happening in our consciousness that I'll speak for myself, that when I was kind of out of control of this situation and the antibiotics were not working, I had to really go inside and trust the value of all that I know in my practice, in my meditation practice in particular. So, what I was able to see and work with was when I would start to move into fear and feeling like, my life force was waning or maybe even ending. I know that sounds really dramatic, but when it was happening, it was like it could have been fatal. And we all go through times in our life like that, in which something is really up for us, whether it's a chronic disease or an acute situation or a fall. There's something that life will bring that just kind of forces us to really go deeper, is what I'm saying. And I started realizing that prayer and asking for help and coming from within and allowing the light workers, to work with me and on me, and my friends who gave me their love and their prayers were also bringing in those higher dimensions. So, whether you call it your angels or, make that connection with that which is greater than my ego being, than my physicalization, than my norm, how I go through my day. Um, I'm going to say habitually, but it's also, we go through our day somewhat egocentrically. We're not we're not really aligning with our divinity consciously all day long. And I know that for myself because when it started becoming important or critical to me, I really had to go back within myself. And, for me, it starts with a breathing practice, but to really, really connect deeply with my beingness, to, to really trust it, to magnify it. Because in that place, we are not our habituated ego selves. We are really one, and we are one. That's how I knew that my friends who were praying for me have my best interest in mind. I felt their unity. I felt their oneness. I felt their desire for me to get better, to become healthy, to be back in that place of aliveness and beingness that that they know me to be, and therefore I could give that time, that real time for myself. So it's self-care. It's time to quiet down, to go within, but it's also that edge in consciousness in which we really don't know what is going to happen, and we can surrender and let go. So that is really what I'm here to share with you today, that place of surrender and letting go and letting be gave me an opening to really not know how things were going to turn out. Whether I was going to end up on IV antibiotics in the hospital and that secret fear that even that wouldn't work, right? It's the letting go. That was the real teaching for me and the real lesson. And I have to say, I feel renewed. I feel different. I feel more connected and in touch with my own divinity. And I'm saying that with all the respect that it conjures up, that we are divine beings of light. We're love. We're divine will. And we have this to hold and to research and to become more of who we are as a result of. So I share that with you in my Friday Soul Sanctuary. I will say that I would like to use Fridays as a time to bring forward some of these kinds of ways of thinking, of being, of holding a sacred space with you. So I'd like to start doing that more. So be aware that I'll be coming online, hopefully live, to call on our higher angels, if you will, to draw on the power and the love and the resources that are always there for us to deepen into our soul energy. Okay, so this is Diane from healingintoabundance.com and Healing into Abundance Inner Circle on Facebook. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend, and I send you much, much love for the American holiday, July 4th weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.